Why is it that you could dedicate thousands of hours to a game and still not improve? A common lie we're told is the more time you put in, the more you'll get out. But what really matters is what you learn and how you apply it. And if you don't, you'll end up like me. Lost all the way from Immortal to Diamond 3. No! And I better not hear anybody in the comments say, wrap it up, Unc, because Jordan's still balling. He ain't give up yet. Oh, this is great. Yeah, baby. Yeah. There we go, Brian. Got some Immortal 2 action right here. You feel me? Generational comeback right here. Shout out to God, man. As you know, I've been grinding the ranked ladder for a while now, learning new mechanics and fundamentals. But the issue is I was not applying it properly. I ran into the issue of autopilot and tilt queuing. Let's just get to Diamond 3. Alright, then once we get to Diamond 3, it's set. This has to be the worst day in history. This guy's such a pussy. You're so... I'm cooked. I'm fucked. And this broke! No! And because of my autopiloting syndrome, I started to build up really bad habits. And this, I had to cut it out. I had to stop. So I started VOD reviewing myself. And even trying to think mid-game, applying goals to every match. One match, I would focus on just movement. The next match, I would focus on crosshair. Another match, I would focus on even the utility. I had to start locking in before it was too late. So you know the pressure was on. And pressure builds diamonds. In a good way. I don't mean the rank, okay? I know I'm Diamond 3, but let's chill out, alright? So to further indulge into understanding fundamentals of Valorant and actually watching them be applied, I started watching pros. And I found a lot of connections between my VODs and pro VODs. Essentially what I was doing wrong and what pros were doing right. And a big difference you can see between most pros and a normal player is actually their patience, their anticipation, their implication of skills. For example, this Primi clip is actually a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You can see how he slowly rounds the corner, he walks around, and then insta-taps his opponent. Now, he knows that there's no enemies towards elbow because his teammate's there, and he goes to try to wide swing this next enemy. But the thing to take from this clip, though, is actually his patience. And sometimes you might even gloss over it and not realize what you just looked at. If you watch the clip, you can see before he peeks, he steps back into place and then re-swings the enemy. And the reason why he does that is so he gets better velocity, and so we can get a better timing on the enemy, which that just allows him to just dominate. And that's what we have to try to drill in our heads, alright? We have to try and understand these mechanics. And even his movement is calm. He understands, and he doesn't instantly stop moving and try to tap the enemy. Otherwise, he would have got laid out. And an example of getting laid out is actually a clip that I had. Here, I have a retake of Cypher on Haven. You can see the tunnel vision in this clip. Here, I clear the back of sight, I see no enemies are there, and instead of stopping and resetting in the corner, I just continue to swing out, which makes me an easier target for this jet. And also you can see that I'm not even prepared to fight the jet. And instead of just continuing to swing, I just stop moving completely, and I try to shoot him and get absolutely bodied. And on his screen, I'm an easier target because how I rounded the corner so slow. Where if I would have reset, I would have maximum velocity, and I would be prepared to take the engagement with Jet, making it much more likely for me to kill him. Now, the best place in my mind to practice this patience and practice fighting enemies is team deathmatch, right? Deathmatch is good if you want to just learn basic crosshair placement, like, you know, rounding around the maps, and you want to just get better with that. But if you want to actually understand patience, understand the mechanics more, and understand fighting enemies, I think team deathmatch is perfect for that, because in team deathmatch, you have a lot more utility and enemies pressing you at one time, which allows you to deal with all the pressure and try to remain calm and focus on your mechanics. You can do deathmatch as well. It doesn't really matter. It's just more based on preference. Now, while you're in deathmatch, again, a big emphasis on playing calm, right? You don't want to just commit to crouch spraying. When you're not calm, and you're not really focused and you're just autopiloting, you are going to rebuild bad habits, which is what happened to me, where sometimes I'll even crouch and catch myself because you get nervous, you get scared, and you like wind up fucking up. Just like this clip I just showed you guys, like that was actually terrible. You know, and those bad habits, I'd actually attribute to why you can put so much time into a game and not actually improve. Because if you don't take it with a humble approach, you're not actually going to be able to grow and evolve. Because if you think you're a perfectionist and everything you do is perfect, you're just going to stay hard stuff. Which is kind of what was happening with me a little bit in the Ascended Ring. That's why it's like a massive mindset thing, okay? While you're grinding, you have to try and stay focused, stay alive, and be completely alert. And what this all actually boils down to, from the mindset, from the fundamentals and everything, it comes all the way to skill retention. The more we're aware of things and the more we are trying to apply new skills and relearn old skills and try and make them more apparent, the better you are at retaining that information and utilizing those skills unconsciously, to the point where you're like insane Radiant player. You don't even have to think about how to like properly approach the corner or how to properly swing or even aim. It's just like everything flows perfectly. Like Shakespeare with a piece of paper and a pen. You write the script and the enemy follows it. And now a big thing also when you're grinding is tilt queuing. Avoid that at all costs, okay? Your teammates are going to try and ruin your experience sometimes, and maybe even you might just have bad games. Just don't focus on it. You know what I'm saying? Play to have fun and play to improve. Don't be afraid to take breaks, okay? Sometimes it's better off you take a break and take a breather from what's known as the toxicity of Valorant. In my mind, the way I see Valorant is the curve will always correct itself as long as you just continuously try and improve, okay? The more we focus on ourselves and our own personal improvement, the better it will be long term. But you gotta keep it in a healthy balance, all right? You don't want to be too hard on yourself, and you don't want to be too soft on yourself. You want to find that midline, okay? We are here to improve, baby! And every day we improve! Keep the faith, boys! You know what I'm saying? Come on, we got this. Okay, so now that's pretty much it for my whole rant kind of introduction back into the Valorant scene again. I know I've been MIA for quite some time. We're still here, we're still active, we're still alive, and we're still grinding. I'm not leaving yet, all right? Not yet, not yet! All right, I love you guys as always. You guys are amazing. I appreciate your patience. Thank you for sticking with me for so long, and thank you for waiting for my videos. Hopefully the next upload is sooner than before. And that's it for today's video. Don't ever give up, all right? Don't allow others to destroy you and rip you down, okay? No matter how many teammates, no matter how many throwers, no matter how many, just stay focused, reflect on yourself, and you can win this, all right? Keep the faith. We can win this. Keep pushing it. I love you guys for real. Remember, like, subscribe, join the Discord. All right, appreciate y'all. Adios, muchachos.